Morning, everyone. I had a question on what can you can. The simple answer is anything that you see in a store that is in a can or a jar, you can too. If they've canned it, you can can it as well. The only difference will be you know what's in it, and it's not loaded with a bunch of corn syrup and everything else that you can't pronounce. I'm going to show you what I've canned. There's a lot of things that I don't have because my pantry's getting empty because summer's coming, and that's when I restock everything. I've also been asked the question, what is the shelf life of canned goods? Canned goods can last a very long time if they've been processed properly. These are my cranberry. I did the cranberries because I wanted those, but I also made the juice. I wanted to see how it was in a smaller jar so that I can make the big half gallons this year, and I will. This was very good. That was my first time doing this. This is a berry syrup. Now you can tell there's raspberries or blackberries in there because I didn't de-seed it, but so good. My nemesis was trying to make jelly, and last year I bought the grapes, I stomped the grapes, I did everything that you're supposed to do from scratch, and then I ended up with a bunch of grape syrup. However, I found videos on how to repair your jelly, and now I've got a lot of good jelly. This is my peach compote. We use that on a lot. Ice creams, desserts, different things like that. Pancakes, you can use it on anything. Pineapple. I also made pineapple tea when I did these, and I can't wait to show you how to do that this year. You use every part of the pineapple, and it is delicious. This is my apple pie filling. Strawberry rhubarb pie filling. And just recently I did a chocolate sauce, and I'm going to have to make some more. My husband didn't tell me he used it all. And I have caramel sauce or caramel sauce, those ones. To show you what the cherries look like. You know those maraschino cherries that are so bright red? Well, when you can cherries, they're not so much bright red as they are just fresh. I wish you could taste that. I also don't have a lot of sugar in there, so I'm just getting the natural cherry flavor. Okay, let's move over to the vegetables. Okay, I recently had a video on showing you how to can dried beans, so that's what these are. I'm going to put these in the bag. My black beans, my carrots. I've done regular carrots, and then these are sugar carrots. Look at those green beans. And last year I tried for the first time asparagus. Now this does not come out as like a regular asparagus. It comes out a little softer, but it's still just as delicious. And I have delicious asparagus even through the winter. Now I make my own greens. So I have spinach, mustard, collards, kale, probably everything in there. I do a mixed greens. And my corn. This was my not so great achievement. It's peas. I tried these from a dry pea. Though you can have the pea taste in here, notice it's kind of mushy. So I'm going to do something different this year to make this right. I get those big nacho cheese cans from Sam's Club. Well, I canned them individually, and these stay really good. And this is about the size that I can open when we're having a Mexican dinner, and we'll use it right away. No spoilage. This is probably just my garlic, but I do garlic and green chilies, and then I make one with just green chilies. But this one looks like it's just garlic, and I didn't mark the top. Always mark the top if you don't know what it is. And then look at these peppers. Oh, so delicious. So here is this says pasta sauce. So here's my sauce. This is my paste, and I should have made it in smaller ones. I find I open this and then I have to make a whole bunch at the same time, so I don't advise doing paste in a quart jar. That was my first attempt. I said in one of my videos, I make my own rotel. That's what this is. It has all the stuff that I need in it. Now, I will say, I haven't found a good pizza sauce. This is what I use. I like the Kroger brand. If any of you have a good pizza sauce recipe, please put it in the comments. I want to try to can my own pizza sauce because we make pizza pretty regularly. Okay, one thing that you might be able to notice is they kind of all look the same except for that one. This is corned beef. So it is very important because this one is pork, this one is turkey, but when they're canned, you can hardly tell the difference between them. So always I put a P and I put a T for turkey and I put a C for chicken. So that's my pork, that's my turkey, corned beef. And the reason I have the corned beef is I had bought a half a cow and I had a whole bunch in my freezer and I needed freezer room. So I took all the beef out of my freezer and I canned it. I even canned ground beef, but you have to cook ground beef a little bit before you can it, anything ground like that. And then recently I showed you how to do chicken legs. So I hope that it's something that I have intrigued you into trying. This year, I'm willing to teach anybody who wants to learn how to pressure can or who wants to learn how to water bath. I think it's very important for our families to offer food that we know what's going into it. If you have any questions, any comments, please put it in the comments below and I'll answer you as quickly as I can. I hope you have a great day.